So we're creating our characters, and then you have to create a conflict character for yourself.
Right.
So
And hand it off to someone else.
3 characteristics. Is that?
So another person will play someone else's conflict
It can
character.
be, you can think of it as characteristics, just
Three
three,
words to
it's like
describe
3 words to describe that character.
For instance, we can zoom in on Judson's.
Randall continually refers to himself in the third person. It's a terrible memory.
Okay, let's try to make it a little bit more serious than last game there with the incontinence and all that.
I'm having a bad memory.
Remember last game when he was
Awkward.
So you refer to yourself in the third person.
Yes. I have a really bad memory, which always gets me into trouble because I commit to a lot of things and then I completely forget about them.
So bad memory. Have you thought about your conflict character?
My conflict character would actually be Mrs. Makeen. Mrs. Makeen.
Okay.
She teaches anatomy.
Oh, so your anatomy teacher is your conflict character.
Yeah.
Why is she your conflict character?
Because she is so beautiful, and I accidentally asked her out last year, and everyone found out about it.
Right.
And she kind of hates me, but she's still my teacher, and so she's always giving me bad grades, and she's rubbing it in. And then my parents found out about it, and then they gave me a hard time, and now I'm scared of women. And then she always like smokes, and I say you shouldn't smoke because it's an anatomy teacher. She says, no, they're menthols. It's okay. I can't handle women anymore.
Maybe
Right,
she,
so
My character's not anywhere near that detailed.
perfect lungs.
so you pretty much just come up with some characteristics for yourself and a conflict character to add more tension to the game.
Totally boring.
So Perry, who is your character?
This is Bob.
Bob, alright.
He's a mousy little kid who hates confrontation.
Mousy kid who hates confrontation,
He
right?
loves his books. He spends most of his time in the library, and he's afraid to go outside.
I see. Have you thought of his conflict character?
Working on it.
Alright. So Kyle, your character.
My character is trusting, always looking for acceptance, and paranoid of everything.
Right.
So my conflict character is going to be a girl named Jenny, and my character is totally in love with her and adores her, and so has been tutoring her, but she only thinks of him in like a platonic way.
So you've been friend zoned.
Yes.
Nice.
Like, this is my card.
All of it through yet.
All right. Well,
Basically, what they told me is I should really love baking, but
so you're playing you?
Who told you this?
but there's a very voices in my head. Actually, I'm not there yet. As I talk to the voices, but there's an ultra feminist lesbian biology professor who's trying to shut down the home ec department.
And she's actually dating Miss McKee.
So wait, so you're in love with baking, and the gym teacher's trying to shut down the home ec department.
No, the biology.
The biology teacher, excuse me.
Actually, for her
The feminist biology teacher.
it's turning into a lot of very mundane drama.
I'm sorry.
So what is your conflict character?
This is Mrs. Kebap,
Mrs. Kebap?
which in Korean means dog food.
Right.
She's the librarian of the school, and she hates Bobby because she thinks he's a weak, effeminate loser that isn't worthy of the knowledge that the library contains, and she's always trying to chase him out.
Always trying to chase him out of the library. And the library is
It's like his
sacred space, his sanctuary. All right.
So is this teacher kind of like a sex as a weapon type thing?
Yes. It's a little creepy because she's in this. Yes, thank you.
It happens. I see it on the news.
Yeah.
Sex is a weapon. It's more like a drug.
All right. So basically, this phase you're writing events or objects that have a certain point value.
Yes.
All right.
So all of these are elements that will form the story as it's being told.
So each person makes how many events or objects?
So one card for object, puzzle, or challenge, and then another card for person or
Right. Object,
place.
puzzle, or challenge, person, place. And this is what drives the story forward, correct?
That is. So every round, every GM turn, one is drawn, and then that's what adds to the story.
And each person keeps their these completely anonymous, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
More fun. What's our pitch? Are we doing like a murder mystery or what are we doing?
Oh, let's do that.
So murder mystery is the...
Murder mystery is the plot theme or whatever, and then so these elements will add to it.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
good?
So now that we know it's murder mystery, you can write your plot elements.
And don't forget to assign a point value.
Well, how many points you have to spend to resolve?
Yeah.
Right.
So if it's something major, high points to resolve the object or conflict or whatever you happen to write on the card. If it's not a major event, you can use lower points.
That's a good question.
I think last time we play tested, the giant worm infestation was like 20 points. Would be an example of a major. All right, let's secretly look at one of the cards. So this one is, we'll say it quietly, 12 points. Most popular boy in school found dead, hanging from the basketball net. Forget you heard that.
Heard what?
Exactly.
What are you talking
See, Grace didn't hear it at all. You're obviously not supposed to do that during the game, but I wanted to illustrate it for the camera so they understand an example of an event. Did anybody do an object?
I did.
Alright, Perry, we will see our object. So that was an example of an event.
Give me a location.
This is a missing femur from the bio class. Skeleton model, 10 points.
And then you want to be using for the GM
Oh, you need the dice
token.
We need the dice bunny too. Alright, the dice bunny indicates, dice bag bunny indicates whose turn it is.
In your game, you can use any icon you want. We just happen to have a pink dice bag with some shit.
GM turn.
Who's going to do the GM turn first? It's rotating GM, so...
I just spent like 4 hours jamming, so somebody else can.
Alright. Okay, so...
Oh, conflict characters. You gotta pass out.
Oh, yes.
I got my conflict character.
You gotta pass them out.
So now they have to...
Yeah, we...
Oh, I still have my original.
Alright.
What about with Grace?
Oh, okay.
Probably would have been easier.
So Grace is playing whose conflict character? So Grace is playing Perry's conflict character. Perry is playing Judson's conflict character? Kyle's.
Think.
I'm playing Grace's conflict character.
And Judson is playing Grace's conflict. So everybody plays each other's conflict character.
I don't have any idea who this is supposed to be.
Who is it?
That's mine.
Jenny, Richard adores her.
I'm Richard.
Oh, you're Richard.
So my conflict character is Jenny.
So you essentially play two characters. You play your own character and then you try to create conflict for the other players by playing their conflict character.
Right. Okay, so you think it's a day like any other. You wake up, you're about to go to classes and stuff, but there's a commotion in the halls, and everyone seems to be gathering, like going down the stairs and down, and everyone is like gathered around, trying to get into the basement for some reason. Like everyone's gathered around there. There are like teachers who are like waking up and they're tired and stuff. So you realize that this is earlier than the time you would have woken up as well. You just woke up because of all the commotion, and everyone is like gathered around this area leading down like into the basement.
I, Randall, have no idea what's going on. I want to go back to sleep.
Third person.
Do you mean Randall wants to go back to sleep?
Yes.
Like he's looking around, the students are like, what was that scream? And maybe that's the reason you woke up.
I think someone else says there was a scream. Randall didn't hear the scream, but maybe we should check it out.
Alright, I'll go with you. But you have to go first.
I don't remember how to get there. But I can lead us.
I'll follow you.
Randall leads the way.
Okay, you start moving forward, trying to get through like a throng of crowd with all the students and stuff. And then the headmaster, Professor Filch, he like parts the ways, using his daily appearance or whatever. Everyone immediately quiets down, and he's like, something dreadful has happened. And I need everyone to go back to your rooms right away. And anyone who leaves the school will face immediate expulsion.
What happened, Mr. Felch?
A murder most foul is taken place.
I feel like that's not something you should tell students. Okay.
Yeah, well, next time you could be headmaster.
Who was murdered?
We don't know yet.
Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go back to my room. Let's go.
I bet it was Richard.
And he like signals a bunch of other professors to come and attend to him. He like shuffles everybody off and he just goes back down the stairs.
Bum, bum,
And you see him like wave his wand and the door closes shut behind him and locks.
Oh, it's sad.
So you're magically locked in your room.
No, he locks the room so you can't come in.
I see.
Like, if you don't spend points on it, it moves scenes. It'll just mean I'll put the card on the table that people can tag at any time. Or we can, if you want to spend points now and try to figure more out about this element to the plot, you can do that.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby's not about confrontation whatsoever, so if I'm told to go back to my room, I'm going back to my room.
Alright, so no one's spending points, so...
Alright, so the card will go up. The card is for the seller, so people can tag at any time. And that means you will take a player turn.
So it's now Perry's GM turn, but Grace's player turn.
So you can take a card to prepare you for your turn. So choose
On the top or
player,
any card.
whatever you want.
So Perry takes a DM card here
So are they
to
shuffled?
use this card to add to the plot as he sees fit.
Winking for which card he should take.
This one was.
I know your system.
I'm not like that.
What does that have to do with it?
That should be fun. So of course he keeps his secret and will weave it into the narrative as he sees fit. Grace's player turn, so she needs to either try to solve this problem or create conflict for herself to earn more points to fuel her magic. Magic is fueled by conflict.
Or you can try to do both. Tag a scene with the seller and try to get some conflict. So set the scene.
Okay. So because she has been trying to close the home X department,
Yes.
but we don't actually have cooking classes anymore.
And that is unjust.
It is unjust, okay? I love baking.
Okay.
Baking is the patriarchy.
I realized I really wanted to bake pumpkin cupcakes and I needed some nutmeg. But
Were you perhaps jolted out of your need for food by a murderer?
yes! When something bad happens, you need help. Now that everyone has been evacuated from the cellar, it's a good time to go raiding for supplies or something.
Okay, so Grace is weaving her character's conflict, her love of baking, with tagging the seller card that is in play. So
Okay.
connecting those two elements.
And who's your conflict
It's a
character?
very clever use of the card.
Dr. Hoover, the ultra-feminist biology teacher.
So it's always a good idea to try to advance the story and get points for yourself.
Okay, so we have a scene.
We're at the cellar.
Around the cellar.
You're trying to get into the cellar?
So Grace is trying to get into the cellar.
Morning and my brain isn't working.
Okay.
It's alright.
So
Get her voice running.
What are you doing? That talk on November 3.
Who's there?
So we are going to.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was just figuring out what's going on. I just woke up. Where is everybody?
You're supposed to stay in your room.
Well, you're not.
I said you're supposed to stay in your room.
Well, I
A
might
lot
be
of
here the
people
next
acknowledge
one, but I don't know, because my last name's the same.
Dude, someone's been
So what person you prefer?
Who was murdered?
We don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Ryan guy, but I would be
Speaking to a ghost. You hear a girl's voice next to you.
the baking part
here,
of it.
Richard?
Oh god. Sweet Jesus. Is no one in the room
I
at
thought he was
I
back
am.
before I
I'm
left.
back to my room. I'm a little scared bitch, so I went home. But I want to play, so I'm bringing Jenny into the scene.
So Perry is bringing in Kyle's, who is playing Richard,
all? Oh my god, Jenny.
conflict character.
You look so pretty.
Oh, thanks. This
You didn't
old, this
even
old thing, it's nothing.
I mean, like, how can these people do this? Like, you just get up, you didn't even put any makeup on, and you're gorgeous.
Oh, you're.
And I can do it.
Okay, let's get to the door, huh?
Jeez. When I'm
Hey, what kind of spells are on there?
Randall doesn't like it when people flirt in public. PDA.
Randall,
Yeah, what are you talking
should
about?
probably stop referring to yourself in the third person. But I think if we get into this door, like, who knows what could happen? Maybe it's guarded. I bet there's a spell on there. If the spell, what if it backfires? We could all die right here in the bloody pool of a mess on the ground.
Anna, what should we do?
They're not gonna put
You can do it, right?
But what if it backfired? What if we all die?
Well, I'm sure you can handle it.
I guess I can try. So, here are the nouns, right? Earth, air, water, fire, the senses, power, living things. And verbs are create, compel, transmute, perceive, damage, and remove. They'll be here for reference.
So
Remove.
so you combine a verb and a noun to make your spell.
Make any spell.
For instance, create fire or remove water or
Right, so
what
I'm
have
going
you.
to cast a spell that will allow me to see what spells are in the air. So I'll use the senses for my noun, and I'll use the verb to perceive.
So senses and to perceive.
Right.
He's going to check his pronunciation in Korean.
It should be Ogam Arabayo. Ogam Arabayo. It says Ogam. Oh, we should turn it to Korean.
Yeah, that's good. I thought it wasn't
It's
Korean.
like Ogam. I think my pronunciation was okay.
No, it's fine.
And that's coming from a Korean.
Coming
Yeah,
from
the Korean says it's fine.
Okay, so what
The
happens?
cellar is currently locked with magic beyond your first year skills.
Okay, people, this is pretty hardcore. I think if we
Maybe
I think if I like tried to break it down, it would like backfire and like kill me.
Randall
Or is
thinks
it
you
just-
should try it.
if you try to physically break through the door and just bypass
So I used 1 point, so we can reduce the 6 points to 5 for this round so far.
Right, so he takes 1 point away from the situation, the cellar, because he used 1 point for that spell, going to resolving the cellar card.
Remove heals or something else. Remove earth, like the door.
Like the
Or the
earth
spell.
beneath the door.
We could try to remove the spell ourselves,
What
but
about
we
the
have
wind
to
beneath
like.
your wings?
No, remove the ground.
But wouldn't they notice on the other side?
They're gonna notice if we remove the door.
They would notice if you burned.
I don't want to remove the door though. I want to remove the spell.
He wants to counter the spell on the door.
But I can't do
Can we
it.
transmute?
It's your spell.
To a statue.
transmute the door into air
You want to turn the door into a statue?
A wooden statue.
or
'cause?
air.
If you're transmuting it, you're turning it into something else.
No, I know, but
Air.
why statue?
Just the first thing that came to mind. What are you gonna turn it into?
Turn the door into air. That's what it would be.
Why?
You know, like it's, I don't know.
But you have a statue.
I thought
You're like, sweet, I'll take this home.
It'd be a
I thought if you
souvenir.
transmute something, it's supposed to be like similar.
That's why I put next to the orbit.
It doesn't have to be. Transmute.
That's why I was thinking a statue.
Yeah.
It's a wood door to
Yeah,
a
so it would
statue.
just be out of the way and looking
Yeah.
around. Oh,
In character.
자리에 딱 없애요.
Is you managed to remove about a foot of we'll say it's stone, about a foot of stone in a semicircular shape, which is just enough for a slender individual to slip underneath the door.
All right, we need to subtract. How many points
How
did you
many
use?
points?
Two.
2.
All right, so our
So
card
we're
is
down
now
to
down to
3.
3 points before it's
Which is
resolved.
like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit through there. And I better be quiet now that there's a hole in the ground.
Randall could fit through there.
Can we listen?
Yeah, you can listen.
Do we hear something?
Only the mysterious beating of your own hearts.
Why is it mysterious?
It's like, it's never done that.
Guys, I think there's something wrong with our hearts.
I'll like stick
It's got a murmur.
I'll stick my head in the hole, and, like kind of like look around.
Okay, dragon bite your head off. Richard dies next.
So I was playing AD&D the whole time.
The cellar door, it's dark in there, but as your eyes adjust, you can kind of see something on the floor level with your eyes, maybe 20 feet away. It's glinting on the ground, and a kind of light reflecting off of it. No, it's just some sort of sparkly glint.
Yeah, pop out again. Like, you see, there's something sparkly in there, but I don't think there's any professors. They must have maybe gone somewhere. I don't hear anything.
Let's check it out.
Does that mean we can go?
But
Yeah.
what if we get caught? We decided that we wanted to go in, despite the threat that we might be expelled, and never get to learn magic again, ever.
Randall already knows a lot of magic.
Kind of expert.
Randall would like to go in first.
Oh, the Randall got called out.
Wait, can I fit through the hole?
Yes, I'm sure you can. You should probably go first.
Yeah, you can fit. Since it's your turn, maybe you can fit.
Wait, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like you could fit. You're not really sure.
Okay.
You are a teenage girl and you might be misjudging your size. You could have grown overnight. You never know.
I was trying to squeeze in.
Alright, you get stuck halfway through.
I get stuck.
Oh, you can cast a spell to make yourself smaller. Cast like remove living being.
I removed myself.
Wait, now that it's in, can I see anything?
It's dark. It's still dark.
Still dark?
But you do see the glinting object about 20 feet into the interior.
How big was that object that we saw? That I saw?
Small. It was either, it's kind of hard to tell, it's far away. It could be a large object far away or a small object close up. It's hard to get the perception of it.
At least partway, can I use boardgame 만들어요? And then just make my
Are you
vision.
trying to increase, like, you want to give yourself, like, dark vision or sonar, what do you want to do? You can give yourself night vision, that's easy.
It's just a trial. You can use up all you want.
That actually makes the most sense for this particular situation.
Yeah.
I never said I didn't.
Okay, so 1 point. Okay, dark vision. Or night vision.
Night vision. Your field of vision turns green, and everything is basically dark. You see the interior of the room. There's nothing really in there except in the very center. There's an extremely bright object where the light is gathering and reflecting back into your eyes. It appears to be a small object. You can't really. Yeah, she's still stuck.
Yeah, she's still stuck in the hole. She just can see well now.
Yeah, you can't.
I want to at least look and then be like, okay, let's see if I can get
I can help you.
The gathered light off of the object is so intense you can't actually discern what it is. You just see light.
Randall knows exactly what to do to help you. Sangmul Shikyayo. I am going to
Protect life.
push living thing, compel living thing through the hole. Oh, you're stuck, so...
Enough to resolve the card?
It is.
Alright.
Alright, so, okay, fine. 2 points to push her through.
You feel a violent push from behind. You're not sure what it is.
So this card is now resolved.
Suddenly you're being forced through the hole. It's very
Discard
painful
pile.
because despite the force being used to push you through, your teenage girl hips don't fit through the hole. So you end up coming
do
through.
now.
They end up coming through. Boom! But you've got scratches on your hips and bruises.
the Randall.
It wasn't Randall, it was Richard.
And now we're like, okay. Alright, so I'm like stick my head up, like, tell us what's happening.
Yeah, what is it?
What do you see?
See anything?
You can approach the object.
Can I? Okay, I get closer to the shiny thing. Can I tell what it is?
It is a pendant.
Dun, dun, dun.
Guys, there's like a pendant. Should I touch it?
Yes.
Does it look expensive?
Is there a dead body?
No.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
So now the card that Perry drew earlier, when it was his GM turn, was a pendant, and he integrated into the story with the cellar. But now the cellar resolved, so they're in the cellar. But now the focus
What
of
does the pendant look like?
the story now is the pendant they found in the cellar, and that's how you integrate the cards.
Maybe if you think twice.
Should I touch it? Should I touch it?
I don't know,
You
if
should
this was
wear it.
D&D, you would die, but that's okay.
You should wear it.
Yeah, no.
Wear it.
I picked it up.
Okay.
Got some
I
bling.
picked it up. Did something happen to me?
Yeah, it's very.
Ow.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's very enticing. You kind of can't stop looking at it. And in your heightened state of perception, the pendant appears to get more and more intensely bright. So all you see is like this, the green room behind you, and then the glowing, bright, intensely glittering pendant is just getting brighter and brighter and engulfing your field of vision with whiteness.
Do we see like something underneath the door?
You guys can see it.
What's going on?
I think she's dead.
You kind of want to
I
put
bet
it
a
on.
professor.
I want to put it on.
Yeah, it would look good on you.
Can I fight the urge?
Why would you want to?
I don't know.
You can spend points if you want to try to fight the urge, but
Like maybe you realize.
No, I want something to happen. I'll put it on.
alright, cool. You feel awesome. You feel
Like
great.
how
Like
How awesome. Give me a
I feel very like
Empowered.
secure, very high self-esteem.
Like nothing to realize that you're better than everybody in this school.
Damn straight I am.
So the player turn shifts to Judson. So now the GM's turn is still Perry, and the player turn is Randall. The Randall. The scene is now the Pendant. So you can try to resolve the Pendant, or you can try to get conflict to gain more points to fuel your spell. Biology class?
Anatomy class.
Anatomy class, excuse me.
Because, you know, first year high school students skip straight to anatomy. We don't have basic bio first.
By the way, Anna really sucks at science. Just another reason why the bio teacher.
I'll help you. I'm Bobby, the book nerd. I can
Miss
help you.
Makeen's up at the front of the classroom, and she's got the window open, and she's got like a cigarette going out.
I wish I was a cigarette.
Oh.
That's retarded.
Randall is not
Makeen
retarded.
obviously up at the front, trying to garner the attention of the male students in a tantalizing.
The Randall, how is the Randall reacting to this?
How is what?
The temptation of your conflict character, the lovely Miss Makeen.
Randall thinks Randall could transmute Randall into a cigarette.
So you're gonna try that?
Miss Makeen.
Burn me and
Well, aren't we trying to resolve the necklace still?
You can.
You can tag it in the scene if you want.
Yeah. Or you can just use this your scene to create conflict to.
Actually, guys, I'm
Get
gonna
points.
go give a little gift to Miss Makeen. I kind of stole my dad's cigarettes. I think she's really gonna like them.
their American spirit.
Watch these.
American.
Oh my gosh, she sees a student approaching, she's like, starts like smoking the last bit of it, whips it away, and closes the window. It's like, okay class, now as you all know, there was a terrible incident at school today. Randall, what are you doing?
I was.
I think you should go back to your seat, okay? It's not like anyone was luring you here or anything.
But Randall had a.
Randall, why do you keep talking about yourself in the third person?
I like it when you call Randall Randall.
Student, get back to your seat.
I don't know why I'm holding myself.
What? What is in your hand?
Oh, it's a gift. They're not supposed to see them because we can't have cigarettes, but
And you figured I didn't want to get contraband from you at school. And she's like,
Randall knows you love cigarettes.
okay, let me just say these, because, you know, students shouldn't have them anyway, but you should go back to your seat.
She took Randall's cigarettes. You're all jealous of Randall.
I think Randall's delicious.
Hey,
I concur.
what happened to your attitude, Miss
Attitude.
Bruisey Butt?
Randall,
Yeah.
I think I recall I said get back to your seat. Come on.
I'm only doing it because you told me to do it.
I do it quicker.
And I proudly walked back to the back row because she talked to me, and everyone is jealous of it. I kept a cigarette for myself.
You'll learn how to smoke it later.
What do you mean later?
Right now.
Are you daring Randall to smoke a cigarette now?
Yeah.
I think he is daring Randall to smoke a
In
cigarette.
the meantime, Miss Makeen is up at the front and she's leaning over and drawing something up on the board, putting a name.
Yeah, I'll show you. Bull Mandalayo.
So he said create fire, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna impress the hell out of Miss Makeen with 2 fire on the cigarette.
2 points fire on a cigarette. That's pretty powerful.
A larger than anticipated blast of fire engulfs not only the entire cigarette, but also the front of your face and the back of the head of the student in front of you.
Miss Makeen whirls around. Randall, what are you doing?
And the sprinklers go off in the classroom. Fire alarm kicks in, and Mr. McQueen escorts the students to the...
Her white blouse! Her white blouse!
Randall!
Look at her white blouse!
You can't see anything. You're on fire.
Where are my eyebrows?
Bobby does not want to go outside.
Alright, so how many points do you think that's worth?
How many conflict points is setting yourself on fire in front of your teacher? Drama points, excuse me.
With the sprinklers going on.
Well, it
Forcing
depends on the
everyone to-
character, so it's like how memorable of an experience it is. So if you think it'll just last for like a day or kind of thing, it's like a point. If it lasts for like a week or something, 2 points.
I think the fact that the sprinklers went off,
Yeah.
meaning everyone's going to have to
I
be
think you should
escorted
get a
out.
new
It's a nice touch. Nice
I should
touch.
call you Sprinkler.
Sprinkler, that sounds like Randall wets himself.
Smoky.
That's a better name.
The sprinkler stick.
Setting yourself on fire and then
Yeah.
sprinklers going
I
off.
mean, it's a school for magic, so you know, it happens maybe.
I'd say
I would
3.
say at least 3 because you got injured pretty badly.
I don't have any
Well,
eyebrows.
it's
like
very,
sun-
it's
it's like a
very
sunburn.
subjective. So,
But like still fire on your face.
We'll call it a sunburn. I don't want to issue like a 3rd-degree burn or a 1st-degree burn or anything like that. So.
But I would like you to lose at least one eyebrow.
Both eyebrows.
I have both eyebrows.
If it's
Because then you have to choose. Do I keep one and then draw the other one or shave both?
Both.
alright, great.
Important questions that teenagers need to worry about.
exactly.
So he has lost an eyebrow and gains 3 drama points. So he used his player's turn to generate drama points through humiliating. So the character turn has moved to Perry, so he has to pass the bunny to Judson.
Do I draw?
Yep.
Judson is now the GM, while Perry is himself. Well, or his character.
The camera.
And then maybe he'll read it.
Well, we don't want to know yet, right? It ruins the
I think that's enough for the audience to read.
We're gonna stay with the fire drill because Bobby, being afraid to go outside, refuses to participate in the fire drill and cowers in the corner, getting soaked by the sprinklers.
Seriously. And so after everyone's left, and
It is
stuff,
very sad.
I'll poke my head back into the classroom, like, hey, what are you doing, man?
No. I'm fine.
Who is your conflict character?
The librarian, basically Mrs. Kebap torments Bobby because he spends all his time in the library, and normally they would be like, you know, kindred spirits, but she hates him because he's just such a wuss, and that she thinks that she's always like tormenting him by making him leave, like get out of the library, because she knows he loves the library so much, so she's always trying to like,
I will
Or create conflict for him.
open the
no,
door.
humiliate's the right word.
Be like, there's no one here. There's like Steve in the corner. Bobby, is that you?
Mrs. Kebap, yeah, it's me.
What are you doing here? Do you know there's a fire drill?
Yeah, I can hear
You hear
it.
the siren?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Then why are you here?
I'm not going outside. I don't want to go outside.
I don't care if you don't want to go outside. This is a fire drill.
But there's no fire.
I said, I don't care if there's no fire. You're going outside. This is a fire drill.
I can't go outside.
Yes, you can.
Does the librarian use any force to get him out of the room?
Yeah, it might be humiliating to be dragged out by the librarian,
Okay,
soaking
so-
wet, into
Perhaps
the entire assembled school, who is outside waiting for roll call to be completed, watches me get
Last kid who
dragged
hasn't,
in.
the last kid who hasn't been
Okay,
checked in.
you are going outside, or I will make you go outside. Can I like?
Are you using magic?
No, I'm just gonna use normal.
That's even worse.
Normal adult force. Just like grab.
So you grab him by the scruff of the neck.
No, I was gonna like grab him by the ear.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she is a librarian.
Yeah, she just gotta grab him by the
I was
ear.
gonna grab him by the ear, walk outside, and he's like crying the whole time.
Yeah, he bursts into tears. He's so afraid of going outside.
Actually, Bobby's stepmother starts walking across the field. You don't know why she's even there, and she's coming. She starts chastising you in front of everyone, saying, "Why are you such a baby? You are an embarrassment to me."
Damn. Maybe she should at least dry him off with a spell before.
Wow.
You notice that his stepmother is very, very attractive. Beautiful.
Well, I am a teenager.
Oh, you there. What's your name, son?
Richard.
Richard. Come here, you handsome young boy. Come on, and she taps you on the butt. Can you show him how to be a real man?
Well, let me dry him off. I won't cast a spell to dry him off. I'll use more sail. So just to remove water makes sense, right? And
Yeah.
like dry you
His
off.
stepmother says, "You are such a sweet boy. Thank you for helping me. Do you want to go for a drink?" Alright, why don't you come with me? Just have a little drink. It's on me. Alright? She's beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
think I have to go back to school, but I guess I could do that.
I think you could. I mean, honestly, you know, the class is going to be out. Nobody's.
It is a morning anatomy class.
I'll write you
It is
a note.
8:30 in the morning after all.
Alright, and so do you go with her?
Yeah, I can go, but there was a murder and stuff.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Come on.
don't worry about all that.
Alright.
Where are we going? Strange lady.
I think you need to call an adult.
That's what you meant by drink, right?
Of course.
That's highly inappropriate.
Hey, I can't buy it myself. I'll be the most popular kid at school if I come back with a six-pack.